Hi everyone, hope you're okay and welcome to today's video. I've never said that before. Why did I just say that? Basically, today's video is going to be a lot different to the ones that you normally see on my channel, and I'm going to kind of get into why that is a little bit later on. But today's video is life lessons for 2015, and I realised this probably should have been my first video of the year rather than like my third or fourth. I think it's my third. But yeah, obviously I'm a bit of a donor and I probably should have planned my videos a little bit better, but here goes. So today's video is just a bit of like a word vomit from me, and I wrote a blog post about stuff that I learned in 2014 and it got a really good response, and I thought, why not do a video kind of talking about some things that I want to kind of go by in 2015 that you guys might find maybe helpful or inspiring, or if not, you just get to hear me waffle on for probably about 10 minutes about stuff that I'm going to try to live life by. 2014 was a bit of a funny year for me. It was like a good and a kind of uneventful year at the same time. I did really cool stuff like go to Orlando on holiday, which was amazing. I started like vlogging, which was really cool. I went to really cool blog events and I got to meet like celebrities like Fern Cotton, Kim Kardashian, Nick Grimshaw. I managed to embarrass myself in front of Nick Grimshaw by telling him to pass on the message to Harry Styles that I loved him. Why would you do that? Like, seriously, why? So yeah, I mean, so much fun stuff happened, lots of cool stuff with my friends, my family, blah blah blah. But the most important thing in 2014 that happened was I grew up quite a lot. I grew up and I didn't at the same time. That sounds weird. But basically, I learned a lot about myself and I learned a lot of valuable life lessons that I'm now going to take with me into like the next year and the rest of my life. So the first thing that I'm going to take with me is to realise it's okay to not be okay. And I know it's such a cliche saying. I feel like that saying is just kind of thrown out there literally just all the time. But it's so true. I think there's almost like a bit of a stigma that you should be happy with what you've got in life. Like, people say, you've got a job, you've got a house, you know, there's people out there who are homeless, who don't have food. And of course, that is very true, and sometimes you need to take perspective. There's no rule saying that you shouldn't ever not be happy and you shouldn't ever want to not change things about your life, because why should you just live life feeling mediocre and not completely happy? This is what happened with my job last year. I landed this really cool job at the beginning of the year. I thought it was exactly what I wanted to do. It is what I had in my head since when I graduated in 2012. This is what I want to do. This is what I want my career to be. The first few months were great. I was like, this is amazing. This is my dream job. But something clicked in August, and I don't know what it was, but something just clicked. It wasn't overnight, but I suddenly realised I wasn't happy, and I suddenly realised I was getting depressed because I wasn't able to do the two things that I loved the most, and that was vlogging and YouTube. I just had no time to do them. And in the end, I just decided that sometimes you have to take a risk. And do successful people have to take risks? Of course they did. Like, I don't think Richard Branson played it safe for the whole of his life to get to where he is now. Not that I'm thinking I'm going to be the next Richard Branson, you know, that would be nice, but I'm just kind of saying that successful people have to take risks, and sometimes you have to take risks in life. And the thing is, brilliant. To everyone else, it probably looked like I had this perfect job, a perfect little life, but to me, I wasn't happy and I was a bit scared about changing things up, but I went for it and I'm a lot happier for doing it. So don't ever feel like you're trapped in a job, a relationship, a friendship, you know, a hobby. Don't ever feel like you're trapped in any kind of situation, because if you're not happy with something, it doesn't matter what anybody else says, because they're not the person who has to go to that job every day, who has to be in that relationship. You're the person that has to live your life, and you have to be 100% happy. Next up is to do not compare yourself, and this is something that I really need to listen to, and I'm going to try and really adhere to so hard, because I am so guilty of sitting on social media like Instagram, Tumblr, and I'll be like going through pictures thinking, oh my god, that girl's so gorgeous, like why does she have such a nice body? Or I'll go onto YouTube and think, oh my god, this person's YouTube is amazing, they've only been doing YouTube videos for a year, why do they have so many subscribers but I don't? And it's such a dangerous thing to do, because it's so unhealthy, and it just makes you feel basically like a big ball of rubbish. And I really need to stop doing that. I need to realise that the only person I should be focusing on is myself. I should only be in competition with myself, and to kind of, you know, although I enjoy looking at, obviously watching other people's YouTube videos, reading other people's blogs, looking at their Instagram, Tumblr, blah, 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 I need to kind of just take it for what it is and not think too much about why it's different to mine and what it isn't to mine, if that makes sense. I need to focus on doing stuff for me that makes me happy. So uploading YouTube videos that make me happy and that I'm proud of, and creating a blog that I would want to click on and read if it wasn't my blog. And I just need to focus on bettering myself rather than trying to pitch myself against other people, because let's be honest, we only show the good parts of our lives on social media. Like, we don't Instagram the days where we feel like rubbish and we've got spots and greasy hair and we sit on the sofa with Nutella and cry over the baby Oleg compared to Meerkat advert. Like, we don't Instagram that shit. And sometimes you have to just make sure that you don't compare your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. So I'm just going to try and remember that the next time that I'm looking even at a Victoria's Secret model, because even though in my eyes they're perfect, they probably still have rubbish days, just like you and me have. I've just changed the frame a little bit because I felt like I was like really small. Okay, the next thing is kind of on the same wavelength, and that is to be nicer to myself. In early 2014, I was a bit of a bitch to myself. I would look in the mirror and I would point out things that I hated about myself. I'd be like, hey, your thighs touch together. Hey, you've got a big nose. And something suddenly snapped and thought, that's really, really rude. Why am I being so horrible to myself? I should be on my own team. If I'm not nice to myself, why the hell would I expect anyone else to be nice to myself? And why does someone else's opinion matter more than my own? So I decided that I need to be nicer to myself. If there's something I want to change, say for example, I want to tone up a little bit and eat healthier, I've joined a gym, I've started eating healthier, I can make changes like that. If I don't like my wardrobe, I can kind of get rid of it and take it to charity and buy a new wardrobe. There's things like that that I can change, and I don't have to feel like I have to hate myself for. And at the end of the day, I should focus more on what I have got and what I have achieved rather than what I haven't. So instead of saying, you know, your thighs touch together, I should be like, yes, your thighs touch together, but you're a step closer to being a mermaid, so stop your moaning. And yes, you are short, but you're short enough to be a Disney princess. So if this YouTube thing all goes, you know, balls up, you can look at that career. To not care about what people think. I've always been one of those people that really cares about what people think, like strangers in the street or people that I know. Like, I kept my blog hidden for about 18 months because I didn't want anyone to know, because I was scared they'd laugh at me. And I think that I've kind of get into the stage that as I've kind of got older, I don't really care about what people think as much as what I used to. The only people I do really care about are the people that are nearest and dearest to me, like my friends, my family, my boyfriend. Like, they're the people whose opinions matter the most to me. I saw this really good quote that says, if they don't know you personally, don't take it personally. And I think that's quite good for when you're kind of living your life on the internet like I do. Obviously, you put yourself out there and you know that not everyone's gonna like you because it's real life. You know, in everyday life, we don't like everyone. Think about your job, think about school, college. There's one person that you don't like, and there could be a reason, like maybe they snogged your boyfriend. So, you know, that's a reason to not like them, or they dissed your best mate. Or maybe you just think they're a knob. Like, there are people that we just sometimes don't like. And if that is, you know, someone on the internet, don't go and leave them hate, because no matter what, even though you find them annoying or you don't like them, just don't watch their videos, don't read their blog, don't follow them on social media. Like, just why would you if they annoy you? I just don't understand why you would. And even though you don't like them, remember they are a human with feelings. So leaving them hate is gonna hurt them, and saying rubbish stuff about them is gonna affect them. So just a little tip about that kind of stuff. But if you are on the receiving end of hate and stuff being said about you, try to not let it get to you too much. I sometimes get stuff said to me, and sometimes I let it annoy me. Other times I do a Taylor Swift and shake it off. See, in real life, you know, it's kind of less common to have kind of someone like that, but I have, you know, experienced negative people in my life, and you should never have to deal with people who are negative and bring you down, and never let anyone say that you can't do anything, because, you know, you're the only person who knows if you can do something or not. And don't let someone else like run your life for you. Don't let anyone else make you feel like you're stupid or unconfident. You don't need that, and they should not be doing that to you. Whether they realise they're doing it or not, it's not cool, and you know, talk to them about it, talk to someone else about it. And you don't have to live with people like that. Just cut them out, or just ignore them, or just give them middle finger, you know. I need this in an emoji. Or just listen to Taylor Swift Shake It Off, and I promise you will feel 100 times better. The next thing kind of rolling on is to just be nice. Just be nice people. Support one another. Support other girls rather than being bitchy to other girls. If you're jealous of someone, be nice to them. Like, try to be their friend rather than like to bring them down. Like, where is that going to get you? Like, seriously. It really surprises me how much girls kind of don't stick up for each other, or girls don't look out for each other, and it really annoys me because us girls should all be on the same team. And instead of kind of trying to like undermine each other or rip each other apart, we should just be friends with each other and just try to be nice to each other. I see so much kind of negativity within like the blogging and YouTube community, and reality, we're all doing the same thing. We obviously all love the same kind of thing because this is what we're all doing. So why not support each other rather than trying to bring each other down? My final thing is to live every day like Glen Coco. And if you don't know who Glen Coco is, he's from Mean Girls, and if you haven't seen that film, put that on the top of your resolutions to do for 2015. Basically, I'm going to try and just be a general more positive person, to say yes to more things, to take more risks, to basically make my life a little bit more interesting, because my life is pretty dull and I want to kind of experience more things. Although I am quite happy at the moment, I want my life to be more interesting and to look back on 2015 and think, oh my god, so much happened, rather than when I look back on 2014 and be like, okay, so yeah, that happened and then that happened. I don't know, I just feel like I maybe need to live life a little bit more. So there we have it, my life lessons for 2015. Probably a big load of rubbish and, you know, a big load of cheesy rubbish, but there's just some things that I'm going to kind of take with me from this year and I'm going to try and live my life by. You know, obviously I'm not perfect, none of us are perfect, and I will slip, and I know sometimes I'll go on Tumblr and be like, damn, I don't look like Kylie Jenner. But at the end of the day, I'm sure that Kylie Jenner even has her bad days. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to improve my content in 2015. That's a big resolution for me. I want to make more videos that I would like to see, that I'd like to watch, I want to create. So there are going to be videos on my channel like this that aren't anything to do with beauty or fashion or anything like that. So if you have any suggestions for kind of like non-beauty videos, please let me know in the comments down below, because I love hearing your suggestions. And I just want to change things up. I feel that I'm kind of growing as a person as well as growing my channel and blog, and I think, you know, change is good, and yeah, why the heck not change things up? So 2015, I feel very positive. I don't know what's to come. Hopefully it'll be the year I meet Harry Styles, you know, fingers crossed. But apart from that, I hope you're all good. I hope you've all had a great start to the year so far. And I will see you very soon in my next video, where hopefully I'm not kind of waffling on about life like I'm Dalai Lama. Very, very soon.